Hello, Gemini. This is going to be your X-Files reading for the month of October 2018. So let's talk about your ex. How do they feel? How do you feel? What can be done if you choose to get back together? What aspects you might need to know when it comes to your romantic past with this person. So one more shuffle and let's get into the reading. Okay. So we're going to put the cards in a form of an X. No shocker there. Okay, so what was your relationship like, or what ended it? Where are you now when it comes to your ex? Where are they now in regards to you? What do you really feel about getting back together? What does your ex feel about getting back together? What opposes you? Who or what opposes you in order to get back together? What or who could help you getting back together if you choose to? The advice in case you would like to get back together, like the aspect that might help, and the possible outcome between you two for the month of October. So, what was your relationship like, or what ended it? Well, there was no movement. This is what I get. Probably your ex was quite stubborn. You decided to be with them because they were hardworking. They knew once they figured out what they want, they knew how to get it. But I get that they were very stubborn. And it was no movement. Here with the Knight of Pentacles, it was really no movement in the relationship. Probably you wanted to take it to a next step. Probably you wanted an upgrade or a change of status. Probably you expected some real action in the relationship, something that didn't happen. And that's what ended it. The fact that it was no action between you two. It was just I don't, a bit boring, I get it, but if it was not boring, you expected them to be more manifested, and they didn't manifest. They didn't want to do things. And since you are Gemini, you love challenges, you love traveling, you love new experiences, and I feel that they were not going alongside you in your need. Where are you now? Well, you're in search for your soulmate. You're in search for that, in case you haven't found it yet. Or probably you believe that they are your soulmate. Probably you believe that you should be together, but you cannot be together. This is what I get. Like, I feel that it was a very strong connection between you two, that it was just instant and it was magnetic, and it was but I think that you are so opposite. You are opposite energies, probably opposite zodiac signs, opposite perceptions, perspectives, expectations. Working alongside did not work very well, but there is no doubt that it was a very, very strong connection between you two. And if you don't believe that they were your soulmate, you are now ready and in search for your soulmate with whom you can create this beautiful, long-lasting, equal and challenging, at the same time challenging, because creating connection with another individual. Sometimes it's difficult to connect with ourselves, so we can imagine how difficult it is to connect with somebody else. Where is your ex right now in regards to you and in general? Well, we have the twins here as well. So this is a bit upsetting that you two didn't work. As far as the cards are saying, you two feel that this was a big connection, but probably they feel that you were too passionate, too risky, too enthusiastic, too manifested, too bright, too burning for them. Probably they could not manage to find that. They didn't know how to adapt to you. You're probably too much to handle for them. This is what I get from this card. Like, probably they wanted more stability and security, and for the relationship to become grounded, and that's why it was not too much movement. And you were trying to make this relationship work through action, through passion, through even sexuality. Probably it was a sexual problem as well between you guys. What do you really feel about getting back together? The Lovers, your card. You do want to get back together with them. It's quite obvious that you do want, but it also feels like a choice need to be made. Because as you can see, this person has two options. A temptation and something more safe. So probably a choice regarding two people needs to be made. Probably it was a relationship where one of you were already in a relationship and they didn't choose you. So you would want to get back together with them, but you would want them to choose you. Or you would want to have a combination between temptation, meaning passion and courage and some hidden things. Probably this person was a lot on the table, like showing to you who they really are and everything, and you want to discover things, you want to experience things, and they did not offer you. They were too transparent, probably. They were too transparent for you. And you like to discover, you like to experience, you like to play with I'm not saying you're a player. What I'm saying is that you constantly need to be challenged. And this person didn't really know how to challenge you, but at the same time you miss them, and at the same time you would want them to choose you and you would want to choose them. What do they really feel about getting together? We have the King of Cups, and this tells me that emotions need to be more manifested in order to get back together. Feelings and emotions have to be balanced. To be balanced. This is a card of manifested emotions, but in a balanced, wise way. There's no ups and downs with this energy. There's no playfulness. So they would want to get back together. They do have feelings for you, but they do need their safety and they do need their security, and they don't want these challenges. They don't want these ups and downs in the relationship. They need to feel safe in the relationship, and probably they consider you a bit emotionally immature, or you considered them emotionally immature, and this was another aspect that ended this relationship. It was no alignment between what you believe about love and what you believe about how a relationship should be and theirs. it was no alignment, and probably you were looking at one another and you're like, you're so immature and so unready. This is also readiness, a card of emotional readiness. So you guys really, really have feelings for one another. It's just this, you want different things and you manifest your love in a different way, in an opposite way. In an opposite way. And since you have this definition about love, which you have created in years and years, experience after experience, and for you love represents something, and for them love represents something else, and these are so opposite that you truly love each other, but you don't know if they love you, and they don't know if you love them. You don't know if this is safe for you. They don't know if this is safe for them. So it's just not, I cannot even say it was a misunderstanding. It was just both of you holding dear whom you are and what you want and what you expect. And there was no negotiation between you two. There was no adapting to one another. It was your way or the highway in both cases. And this probably is where the stubbornness comes from. Like, you wanted some things, they wanted different things. And then just, yeah. What opposes you? Well, probably if this person is a fire sign, if this person is especially a Leo, they are opposing it. But if not, if this is not a person or another fire sign, probably either you have a different fire sign in your life or they do. But if it's not a person, this is what opposes you, is the fact that there was not enough courage and movement and enthusiasm and passion in between you two. And I feel that this is more what you want from the relationship. You want it to be with movement, with challenges, with experiences. You want to travel, you want to experience new things with this person. And probably they feel that since you are so eager for challenges, probably they are scared that they cannot offer you this. They cannot offer you this fiery energy that keeps you going in a relationship. What could help you getting back together? Not think too much about yourself. And this I talk about you and them, or just them. Like, this can be like giving up fight, having this capacity of negotiation through communication. What makes you happy? What of what I do makes you happy? What can I do more in order for you to feel safe and in order for you to feel loved? And I feel that it's giving up individual goals and creating new goals, and giving up fighting for. This is a very big thing that this relationship asks for in order to make it happen once again. But it's giving up on individuality and creating something together. Stop fighting your urges. Stop fight. It's like, just giving up on individuality. This is what I get. And find together who you are. So yourself, you have to give up yourself and themselves. Then, what you may not know is the fact that probably after you would give up individuality and negotiate and compromise, this is also about compromising. And in a relationship, compromising is so necessary. It's not pleasant, but it's necessary. And you have to learn to be teammates. You have to learn to have common goals. You have to learn to be collaborators and be cooperators, and each of you to know and to understand your spot in the relationship, what you can offer and what you can give and what you can improve in the relationship, and the other way around, in order for you to make a team, in order for you to make a real couple with a common goal and both working for the same goal. I feel that probably this relationship, if it was a long term, it was a constant struggle. But I feel that in most cases this was not a very long relationship, and that is why probably you didn't have the patience. Probably it was so much you and them and you, that you, but it was this magnetic attraction. It was something ardent, and it was something fiery, and it was something explosive. This was explosive. But at the same time, you didn't have the time to rationalize what was really going on, who you are in the relationship and who they are in the relationship. And what is the possible outcome for now? Well, you both need healing. You both need to walk away. And probably if you are still communicating with one another, stopping communicating is what is necessary now. Because if you keep dragging this without deciding and without becoming ready to become teammates, like you need some space from one another, and you need to heal, and you need to find a better ground together. Like you need to give up on what it was and try to get to a safer place. Like, look at this boat. It's such a broken boat. You are on a broken boat, but there's two people in the boat. There's two people. You can go together towards a new horizon. But negotiation and compromise is very necessary. And also this card represents you changing your mind, because it's swords, and this is about the mind. A new perception on what this is and what this could be. Like, this card can represent so many things, but it looks like you can move together and you can fight together, but you need to fight together. You need to find that team spirit, and for both of you to give up some ways, not depersonalize yourself, because you are so attracted to one another. What you had was so explosive. You don't have to give up on who you are, because you love each other just the way you are. That's why you created this. But there are some things that need to be changed, some perceptions, some involvement, some activity, you need to talk. You need to talk, but you also need a break. You need to separate yourselves, to make up your mind, to see if you really want this, to see if you really feel this. And then in a more calm way, in a more logical way, to have this talk and to decide what, where, when. Okay, dearies, this is what I have for you. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading as much as I did, and I will see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Bye, bye, bye.